What up, everyone? Welcome back to the Listicle. So today, we want to talk about the iPhone 17 Pro. Because by now, many have actually been living with this phone for about 4 months, already snapping photos, filming reels, streaming, gaming, you name it. Some may still be in that honeymoon phase, some may not, and others might still be contemplating whether they should upgrade. As always, time tells all. And yeah, 4 months in the grand scheme of things may not sound like a lot of time, but it may just be enough to form a more comprehensive opinion when it comes to this phone. So in other words, this isn't one of those here's the spec sheet type videos. We want to talk about real experiences, real frustrations, and whether this thing lives up to its name of being a pro phone or not. When it launched back in September of 2025, everyone was talking about the camera upgrade and that beefy A19 Pro chip. And yeah, all that is great, but what initially stood out for us was its hardware changes. That was the moment when we felt like we were entering a new age when it comes to the iPhone. Apple traded the old glass and titanium feel for a sleek aluminum unibody, which honestly made it feel sturdier in the hand, almost more utilitarian than premium at first. It's definitely lighter than the Pro Max, but still feels solid. What we love now that many didn't fully appreciate before is how balanced it is, not too bulky, yet not too fragile. It feels like the phone you'd actually use, not just admire. Let's talk display for a second. The 6.3-inch Super Retina XDR screen with 120 Hz ProMotion is still a joy to look at. Super smooth scrolling, great for videos and gaming. Outdoor brightness is excellent. You barely ever feel like you're squinting in the sun, which is a huge plus for anyone who's ever tried to check notifications on a beach day. And while every phone is getting 120 Hz now, Apple's implementation still feels buttery compared to some Android phones. Under the hood, the A19 Pro chip really flexes. Day-to-day tasks are a breeze, messaging, YouTube, Instagram, etc. It stays fast, thanks to this vapor chamber cooling tech that Apple snuck in. You might not see that on a spec sheet, but after hours of gaming or editing videos in LumaFusion, this thing stays cool and doesn't throttle like some other phones. That's actually a game changer. It keeps performance consistently strong without feeling like you're holding a hot potato. And here's a fun personal note. We don't know how many of you care about benchmarks, but apps feel snappy even weeks after launch, and the extra RAM means switching between social apps and creative tools doesn't reload everything like it used to. All right, this may be the star of the show for a lot of folks, the camera. I know every review likes to say next level, but after using this thing for 4 months, you will become a believer. Every single rear camera is a 48MP Fusion sensor main, ultra-wide, telephoto which gives you crazy detail and range without that weird blown-out look you get on older phones. Night shots are legit, and there's this new Night Mode Max hidden trick that many don't know about that seriously improves low-light shots. If you use a tripod or keep the phone still, it's almost like long exposure photography. Video makers are gonna love this too. You've got 4K Dolby Vision, ProRes RAW, Apple Log 2. Honestly, if you shoot a vlog or cinematic stuff on your phone, this is up there with dedicated cameras. Honestly, there is no better time to become a YouTuber given that an iPhone is really all you need to get started. But it's not perfect. A lot of folks were bummed that Apple removed night mode and portrait mode. Yeah, low light portraits just don't have that creamy bokeh at night anymore. And trust me, you'll notice. It's a subtle thing, but when you're used to that dramatic portrait look, its absence is present. Battery life is one area where impressions have shifted a bit over time. Out of the box, many were getting a solid day, but after a few months and all the software updates, it's actually held up well. Typical use, browsing, social, light, gaming, comfortably sees many through the day with juice to spare. Heavy use like shooting video or heavy gaming still eats more battery, but that's expected. Real-world data from folks online suggests that mixed use on the 17 Pro gives something like about 8 hours of active screen time, which is very respectable compared to many flagship phones today. iOS 26 is sleek and smooth overall. but some have noticed a few rough edges here and there. There were some bugs early on related to animations and standby behavior that got better with updates, but yeah, not perfect. That said, updates have been regular, and Apple's iOS is still better than most. It's not as flashy as some AI-driven Android features, sure, but it feels thought out enough. Okay, let's get real for a moment. This phone isn't flawless. Some users have reported occasional freezes or reboots, and while that hasn't happened to many, you should know it's a thing people are talking about in forums. And let's not sugarcoat anything about the wait. It's something you will notice after holding it for long periods of time, especially if you're someone who likes to vlog. Also, despite all the hype, it has no mind-blowing AI tricks that make you gasp. It's powerful, but it's nothing that will make you feel like Tony Stark talking to Jarvis. So after living with the Apple iPhone 17 Pro for 4 months, who is this phone for? If you're a creator, someone who shoots a ton of photos, records video, uses ProRes, or logs footage, this phone still crushes it. If you're a power user who wants a machine that can multitask, play games, and stay cool, it's absolutely worth considering. If you're coming from an older iPhone, like a 13 or 14 series, this feels like a big jump. But if you're just a casual user and you're tempted by Android phones with more capable AI stuff or more battery life, you might want to compare other options before you jump in, because this phone doesn't reinvent the wheel so much as refine it. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out with us for a bit and watching this 4-month review. If you've been debating about getting the iPhone 17 Pro, drop a comment and let us know why or why not. And if you currently have an iPhone 17 Pro, would you personally recommend it? As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for more tech reviews and coverage. We'll catch you later.